So you just brought your dream car, you want a ceramic coating, but you've never polished paint before. This is the video for you.
Hi, I'm Ivan.
I'm Nick.
This is DIY Detail. We have this beautiful brand new Corvette here. It has very few miles on it, and we want to ceramic coat it, but we don't want to polish the paint. It doesn't need to be polished. This paint is beautiful. It's in great shape, but we need to prepare it properly, and that's what we're going to be doing here.
It doesn't have to be your dream car. If you're satisfied with what the paint looks like and you want to ceramic coat your car, follow along because we're going to show you how to deeply clean and prepare for a ceramic coating. Ivan, this Corvette's gorgeous. It needs the proper wash steps. What are those steps?
Well, first we're going to pre-wash, and when I say pre-wash, we want to get the grit off the surface. To get the grit off the surface, what we're going to be doing today is a little different than what we normally do because, again, we want to make sure there's nothing on this paint. So we're actually going to be using All Clean as our primary pre-wash, and we'll be doing a hybrid wash with this. So stay tuned. You'll find out what a hybrid wash is if you don't already know. But if you're a subscriber here, you already know what it is. And if you're not subscribed, now's the time. Hit that little red button.
All Clean is our all-purpose cleaner. It's diluted 15:1 in this foamer. Ivan, if they don't have a foamer, what could they do? How could they follow along without buying all of these fancy looking gadgets like what's in your hand?
You can just spray it on the surface.
We interrupt your regularly scheduled programming for a quick public service announcement. Ivan is using our concentrate. This is a straight concentrate, and you would dilute this, which he's done there. But if you're just like, that sounds like a lot of work, I just want to buy something that's ready to use, this already comes 15 parts water, 1 part solution. 15:1 in this bottle. So you could just buy this bottle, and instead of what Ivan's doing, spray it all over the surface, right, Ivan?
Yeah, exactly.
We like foaming because it cleans a little better, it dwells, a bubble bursts, it continues to clean, it just clings, right? But you could do this sprayable version of All Clean and you would be just fine. So pros, buy yourself a gallon, the concentrate, you can dilute this up to, how many gallons will this give you, Ivan?
Well, you're diluting it 15:1, so 15 gallons of water, and 1 gallon of that gives you 16 gallons of ready-to-use formula.
Exactly, so 1 gallon of this, 16 gallons. Anyway, that's enough. I just wanted to help you out there.
Now you'll notice I didn't put any on the wheels simply because we washed them in another video. You might notice the difference in the look of the tire dressings from the front wheel to the back wheel, and even the front wheel has 2 different applications of tire dressing. Which do you prefer? The glazed donut like at the front, the wiped dry, or the just applied and left? Tell us down in the comments. Tire dressing is something that incites a lot of emotions in people.
I like a really glazed donut look, Ivan, but you know, other people have different opinions. So we usually don't just do All Clean first. Remind us why we're doing that and then Incredible Suds.
We're doing the All Clean because we want to make sure the paint is as clean as possible before putting a ceramic coating on. Ceramic coating does not need perfect paint. Ceramic coating needs perfectly clean paint. So it isn't, but it could be all scratched up and we could still put a ceramic coating on it. Because again, ceramic coating doesn't care if it's scratched. Ceramic coating cares if it's clean. By using the All Clean, we're just deep cleaning a little more. And what I'm going to do is apply our Incredible Suds over top using the foam cannon to help it dwell just a little bit longer.
Incredible Suds, also purple, don't get confused. That's our Carwash soap. How much did you put in there with water?
So we've actually used this on another vehicle, but I put in 30 ounces of water and 1 ounce of Incredible Suds. We're gonna let this dwell for a few minutes and then rinse it off. No, we're not gonna start washing immediately on this soap. We don't want to touch the car yet. The reason we're not touching it, there could be grit on there. The whole idea behind the foam rinse foam is we put the foam on first, we rinse it, and then we put foam on a second time. But we won't be putting foam on again. We'll be going to a rinseless wash. That's the hybrid part.
In the foam rinse foam, there are 3 steps, Ivan.
Right.
There's the foam.
Which we've done.
And then there's the rinse.
There's the rinse, yes.
That's step 2.
Now, the rinse, when you're using a pressure washer, please never point it at the vehicle until you're sure this nozzle is in there correctly. Point at the floor, point at your wash bucket. It doesn't matter, just not directly on the car. till you're sure this is attached. Now, normally we use a 25-degree nozzle here, and I want to show you the difference between a 15 and a 25 on this vehicle. It's something we get asked about once in a while, so I've got my 15-degree nozzle in here at the moment. Let me do half the car with the 15, and then we'll do the other half with the 25. So as you can see, the 15 is very pointed. If we switch to the 25, we have a wider fan. That wider fan makes it more efficient for me to rinse off.
I have to interrupt, Ivan. You played with fire there. You didn't spray away from the vehicle with the green tip, the 25.
Good point, Nick.
I was worried that you were going to damage this new Corvette. But, you know, listen, safety first, that's all I got to say.
What we see here, this is quite interesting. Notice how the soap is clinging because I haven't hit it directly with the pressure washer. It's just what's run off the vehicle. This is called the secondary surfactant effect. And what this is the dirt that's on the vehicle. The surfactants are holding onto that dirt. It's lifted off the surface, but they're still there. When I rinse it away using direct pressure, it's all gonna come off. Now that we've done the pre-wash stage, or basically getting the grit off the vehicle with the all clean and incredible suds in this case, now we're gonna apply rinseless wash and as a foundation of lubrication. That's how I like to put it. It just gets it on the surface. That way when we go over it with our wash media, we know that the dirt, any remaining traffic film is encapsulated and safe.
We mentioned foam rinse foam. In fact, this is the foam rinse chemical method. It's also known as the hybrid method. Why would I want this? Here's why. Foam is fun. Sometimes I want to put on a foam show for me, for a customer. I love the foam can. I love those white suds. It looks incredible. It smells incredible. It's just a really fun process and it cleans very well. Rinseless wash is the bedrock of our entire cleaning system. You can use it to clean your interior, clean your glass, clean your exterior, clean your wheels. It's the foundation of our polishing system because you clean your pads with it. So rinseless wash is just a chemical you're going to want to have in your lineup anyway. It's probably the first one I'd recommend anyone ever buy. Ivan, the hybrid method is not necessary. We could have done foam rinse foam with incredible suds. Why are we showcasing the hybrid method here?
The hybrid method is fun, it's fast, it's efficient. We're going to be decontaminating, and the rinseless wash provides a great foundation for that. The other reason is we want to show you different ways of doing things. We love to educate here, and we don't want to make our videos all cookie cutter. We're doing the same thing every time. Every time we try to give you a new little nugget of information just because we love educating.
And that means more unique content to come. If you subscribe, you'll see each piece of content, I sure hope. So why don't you subscribe? It's free. I mean, what's better than free?
In our wash bucket, I have 5 gallons of water, so I'm going to put 5 capfuls of rinseless wash.
You say rinseless wash, but it's rinse-less wash, isn't it, Ivan?
Right, it is 2 words. It's not one word, it's 2 words. And just like we say, it's a multi-purpose wash. Nick enumerated a number of different things you can do with a rinseless wash. One of them is washing your car.
You can wash your glasses, your cell phone case, your computer, your shop floor. Rinseless wash is so versatile, but it's also safe enough for someone's dream car.
Yes.
Talk about how that's even possible.
Lubrication and technology. Now, you'll also see we can tell exactly where we've been with the rinseless wash.
And oh yeah, I was gonna say we're using a dedicated sponge just for that, the Legacy sponge.
And we can see over here, there's 2 stripes where Nick missed because he didn't angle the sponge just a little bit.
Get out of here, I did miss, didn't I?
Yeah, right there and right along the edge.
So I see the beads here, I missed there.
Yeah.
Where else did I miss?
Just a little closer to you. Just right here. There you go. So It's very easy to tell where you've been and where you haven't been with a rinseless wash.
And this is safe?
Extremely safe.
As if I didn't already know, Ivan.
Right. Now, the sponge, some people are afraid of using a sponge. This sponge is engineered specifically for the job. If your sponge were dirty, as soon as you touch it to the water, it floods and it comes out clean. Even though your water might have a bit of murkiness to it because of what you remove from the vehicle, the sponge itself comes out clean.
The design of this Corvette is it's always fun.
Yeah, they're a fun vehicle to work on. They're a fun vehicle to drive too.
A lot of curves, Ivan.
Yeah, a lot of curves, a lot of angles, a lot of little hidden places. I would like to say though that the taillights, whoever designed the taillights, probably is not a fan of detailers. They're not exactly easy to clean. For these taillights, I like to use my wheel and body brush to get in there because the sponge is not getting in there. There's no way. And underside of this lip while I'm there.
Yeah, can you get mine? Because I've got the sponge here.
Here you go.
All right, thank you. So tail lights and the wheel and body brush safe on paint, huh?
Yes. Wheel and body. Wheels you need to treat with the same respect and regard for safety that you do with the body because it's the same clear coat that's on both.
One of the frequently missed areas of any vehicle, the front and the rear, it's kind of this section, Ivan, that you can't see. And a lot of detailers miss it, don't they?
The splitter, yeah.
Don't forget that.
Having your bucket on wheels also helps. You can move it along with you.
A couple of tips with the Legacy sponge. You don't want to put any pressure on it. Now it's very fat, so it's there to eliminate pressure points. Like if I did put pressure on it with my hand, right? You can see how it's not moving on the bottom. I just hit a lower section. Now, a lot of people are gonna hit lower sections last, but with the Foam Rinse foam, whatever's left shouldn't be gritty, should just be traffic film. So I'm gonna show you what happens when you drop this in your bucket of rinseless wash. I'm not even gonna agitate it against the grit guard, but that little black section you saw is now gone. That means we have a clean sponge. What's going back on the paint is clean. That means it's safe. Ivan, what did I miss? Is that a good explanation?
Perfect.
So I should feel safe if I'm at home and I'm watching this video and I'm looking for a scratch-free way to wash my car.
Exactly.
We really don't want to scratch paint, do we, Ivan?
No. Why would someone want to scratch paint?
I ask that question to myself every time I see people going through the drive-through car wash.
Yes. Well, you've got a point there.
They want clean paint. They don't have time to do it the right way, and they sacrifice a little bit for the result in the short term. And we're just trying to show you it can be fun and rewarding to do it the right way. Flipping the sponge at every panel, right? One panel red, the next panel black, dunk. So 2 panels, dunk, 2 panels, dunk.
Exactly. And if you're concerned that your vehicle has a lot of traffic film on it, do one side of the sponge, flip it over, go back over that section a second time. Next step in the decontamination process to prepare this for a coating is iron remover. 1 spray on the panel, 1 spray on the decontamination towel, match them up, and lightly go over the surface. No pressure is required with this.
No pressure is required. Should you use pressure?
No, do not use pressure. Pressure is not your friend. Your car doesn't like pressure. Your wrist, your elbow, your shoulder don't like pressure either. And even though it's a new vehicle, it can have contamination on it. They sit in yards. They go on trains. They go on trucks. Once you've done a section, flip your towel. That's why we have 4 sides. Start a second section.
I want to point something out that Ivan just did. We're in a controlled environment. The windshield wiper blade went up.
Yep.
And then it went down very quickly. Why not just leave it up, Ivan? There's no wind.
There's no wind, Nick, but we could accidentally touch it. And if we accidentally touch it and it falls down in the windshield, you can actually crack a windshield. So just better be safe than sorry. Now, our iron remover is a little unique. It contains surfactants as well as the iron removing chemical. That way it's designed to be lubricious. It deep cleans while removing the rust stains caused by the iron. Iron remover actually doesn't remove iron. It removes the rust. It's a rust converter. The decontamination towel is removing that piece of iron that could be embedded in your clear coat, leaving way for the iron remover to take care of the stain that the iron left behind. Because of what we've done to the vehicle, meaning we have pre-foamed, we've rinsed, we've contact washed, I'm not worried about picking up grit at this point with my decontamination towel. Always do a good wash beforehand. Some people might be tempted to actually use the decontamination towel as their wash media. Not a good idea. But I have seen Nick, he always keeps it in his wash bucket. Why is that, Nick?
I don't use it as my wash media, but I do always keep it in the wash bucket for the windshield and the front bumper. Those bug guts, sometimes they don't come off in the contact wash. They don't come off with the foam rinse foam. Maybe it's been a few weeks, you haven't washed your vehicle. Keep this decon towel in your wash bucket and just grab it at the end. Boom. Shaves off those bug guts from the windshield. Then you get crystal clear glass. If you don't have anything else, just clean your glass. It makes driving way more enjoyable and a lot safer.
100%. I always keep mine in my wash bucket too.
I'm just being very thorough here. I know we're not gonna polish, so we've got to really dial in our decontamination here. We can't slack whatsoever.
Actually, we always dial it in. Doesn't matter if you're polishing or not. Always make sure that every step is done correctly. Build the foundation solidly and your house will last much longer. Now, some people are concerned that a decontamination towel can scratch paint. Not ours. It's super soft. It does what it's supposed to do without causing damage. Ready to rinse again, Nick?
I think so.
Since the pressure washer hose is on this side, I'll start rinsing on this side. If you own a C8 Corvette convertible, you know about this. Water just sits here and accumulates. Little trick for that. Take your pressure washer and actually drive that out of there. So using the flying buttresses to help us, we start at one side. Drive the water out of there, making it a lot easier to dry. Next step, water spot remover. Water spot remover is extremely important when decontaminating a vehicle. There's no water spots on this vehicle, but there is mineral contamination, and that's what we're wanting to remove. The minerals that have accumulated on the surface, we don't see them, we don't feel them, but they're there. We don't need to put a lot on the surface because we're gonna be spreading it using a microfiber towel. Water spot remover goes on glass, it goes on paint, it goes on trim, it goes on lights.
What doesn't it go on, Ivan?
The interior of the car. Very important when you're doing this, you want your towel to be almost dry. We want a rinseless dampened towel, but we want a damp, not a rinseless wet towel.
I can't emphasize enough, no pressure, Ivan, in any of these steps.
Yeah, no pressure. We're just gliding across the surface. We're agitating it lightly. We're making sure that it's getting in everywhere. Now, one thing that we don't show too often on the channel, but if you have wheels that have been ceramic coated and the ceramic coating isn't performing anymore, do a bit of water spot remover on your wheels. You'll be amazed what happens. As your wheels are driving down the road on a wet day, there's minerals all on the asphalt. And as you're driving down the road, your wheels get a little warmer, so they're evaporating the moisture away. As they're evaporating the moisture away, they're leaving the minerals behind. And so far, what we've done here, if you have a ceramic coated vehicle, this is the perfect maintenance for your ceramic coated vehicle. We always use the same side of the towel because we don't want to remove the water spot remover from the surface. We want to distribute the water spot remover on the surface. I'm not worried about scratching the paint by not flipping my towel because we've pre-rinsed, we've washed, we've decontaminated. There's nothing left on the paint. There should be no grit whatsoever, just the odd little mineral hiding the paint from its true depth.
We're locked in, Ivan. This is the point. I'm talking to the paint. I'm letting it know this is the final step. This is the last wash decontamination step. I'm caressing it. I'm putting that water spot remover in every nook and cranny so that it can do what it's designed to do. Remove the minerals. We're cleansing the minerals from this paint.
Yep.
We're going to get this paint totally bare and ready for ceramic coating. It's a very, it's kind of a spiritual experience for me as we get ready to lock in this protection. It's a very important step.
Yes, very important step and a fun step too. I like the caressing aspect of it, especially a nice vehicle like this. It's fun to explore all the different lines and shapes. This isn't your bland everyday sedan or SUV that's just a bubble. No, there's a lot of different intricacies on this, like the air intakes on the side there. We can get deep inside of there, which you should get deep inside of there. When we're done with these towels, we rinse them in fresh water, wring them out. Do not put them back in your wash bucket because there's a bit of lactic acid here that can damage your other wash media. We keep them in a bucket of their own. One final rinse, and then we're ready to dry. This final rinse is important. We want to make sure we're removing all the iron remover. Hopefully we got rid of that in the last rinse, but also iron remover and water spot remover at this point. We don't want it interfering with anything else. Before rolling up your pressure washer hose, very simple, turn the machine off, turn the water pressure off, and release the pressure in your hose. It's gonna relax the hose, making it a lot easier to wind up. Use a microfiber towel, wrap it around your hose. That way when you wind it up, your hose is gonna stay clean. You're not trapping moisture in there, you're not trapping dirt. And your hose is gonna last a lot longer. Ready for the next time. We're in a controlled environment. Nick is taking the time to squeegee the floor, and it's very important to squeegee the floor for a couple reasons. We're preventing us from slipping. We don't like wet feet. But the other reason is it promotes humidity. That water is evaporating. If we can bring as much water as possible to the drain and let it go down the drain, it's not evaporating off the floor into the air, creating moisture in the air. Towels always work best when they have a bit of humidity in them. I like to start on the windshield that way. I gather up a little bit of moisture on the towel.
What have you got in your hand there, Ivan?
I have the drying blanket.
Is that America's favorite drying towel?
It's mine.
Let us know in the comments below if you've tried the drying blanket, if you love the drying blanket. Usually those two go hand in hand.
Yes. To try it is to adopt it. The drying blanket is a micro twist loop. So if we look closely here, there's just little microscopic twist loops there that grab moisture. They grab the water, pulling it away safely from the surface. Now, a decontaminated vehicle like this is a pleasure to dry. If your vehicle is difficult to dry, there's a good chance it's contaminated.
And when you say it dries better wet, it took me like half the vehicle to get this primed.
Yeah.
I'm used to us literally doing 6 cars a day, whatever.
Yeah.
And so it's usually wet, but this is the first vehicle we've dried today. And it did start to dry exceptionally well once it got like almost wet. It's a fine line between dripping wet and it's probably got not that much water left to take in.
Yeah.
And just a really nice wet towel just grab. Why does it grab better when it's a little wet, Ivan?
Capillary reaction.
What does that mean?
Capillary reaction is like when you're drinking a glass of water and you look at the surface of the water and right on the edge of the glass, it seems to curl up a little bit and try to climb out of the glass. That's capillary reaction. So water attracts water. One thing I see a lot of people doing, Nick, especially with a car with all the intricacies of this one, is starting with a blower. You don't want to use a leaf blower first. You want to towel dry. Towel drying is actually part of the cleaning process.
You'd think that that would mitigate against scratch risk though, to blow dry the car and not touch it with a drying towel. Would you be thinking wrong?
No, that is part of it. But the main reason is we don't want to leave minerals behind. The water here is over 500 TDS, meaning total dissolved solids. There's a lot of stuff in our water here. By towel drying, we're leaving nothing on the surface. That said, once we've towel dried, especially around here, we are going to use a blower to get those last little remnants of water out of there. When you're using a blower, we could use compressed air. We have this little blower here. It really doesn't matter what you're using. You're just trying to move air. And one of the things that I see a lot of people doing is this. They blow and then you get drops of water everywhere. If you want to make it easier on yourself, take the blower, put your towel down first and blow into the towel. Now your towel has picked up all the moisture. The drip catcher has magnets in it. This is a plastic car. It's fiberglass. Those magnets can still be used to get those drips from the mirror. Mirrors are going to drip. Even though we blow them out beautifully, they're still going to drip. Use your drip catcher. One thing to help you, Nick.
Yes.
Never blow straight into something. Always blow in an angle, because now all you're doing is swirling the water around inside the lights and around here. But if you go on an angle and blow it off the vehicle, you're going to be a lot more efficient.
I knew there was a better way to do it.
One other thing is you keep blowing and blowing, you're moving water around. It's because you're actually not taking the water off the surface. So you blow it out of the cracks and crevices, then take your towel to pick it up.
Kind of the 1-2 punch.
Right, because if not, you're just moving the water from one place to another and then back to the other, because you went across the back of the vehicle like 3 times now.
Well, I don't have the stubby gun on this thing, so it's like I can't really, it's a lot, have it.
Right, and that's where a pointed blower sometimes is better. Even though he's gone over this with the leaf blower, I go over this and I'm still picking up more water. There's a combination of things that help you out. Having just one tool isn't always the best. Try to have a few. Next step in a coating prep is adhesion promoter polish. We said this was a no polish video, but we're using adhesion promoter polish. There's very, very little abrasives in the adhesion promoter polish. It's not going to correct anything. It's a way of deep cleaning the surface, deep cleaning the paint, and that's what we're doing. Now, if you have a ceramic coated car that was ceramic coated 3-4 years ago, and it's maybe not performing as well as it should, even though you've done the decontamination steps, those decontamination steps are sometimes not enough. This is a very quick, easy step to do, and it'll make it ready for ceramic coating. The adhesion promoter polish, super easy to apply, super easy to wipe off. Basically, what we're doing is using a 2 to 9 millimeter stroke machine. You don't want to use your 15, your 21, or your 25. You don't want to use your rotary either. But we're applying it to the surface. You see I'm not dilly-daddling along. I'm not spending 5 passes. No, just get it on there, and then you can level it when you want. You can wait up to 48 hours to remove it, or you can remove it immediately.
Ivan's faster in applying than I am in removing.
As long as you're leaving a residue of adhesion promoter polish on the surface, you're fine. If you want to check, let's say this was a white car where you can't really see it, you can just take your pad, dab it on the window. If you still see adhesion promoter polish there, keep going. You don't need to reload. You only reload when it's not leaving anything behind.
Honestly, you can use any towel or any combination of towels. I really like Nick's favorite glass, aka Nick's favorite app removal towel, but you can use the Freebird 400, works really great too. Anytime I can get Nick's favorite glass towel in my hands, you know I'm gonna use it. It does a really nice job of grabbing in a really safe way at the paint, at the glass, wherever app is, to get it off and get it off quickly.
Because of all the intricate areas of the Corvette, if I miss anywhere with the applicator, which is a possibility, Nick, by moving the towel over that area, is spreading the app there as well.
Kind of a nice system, Ivan.
Yes.
Why else would someone use this process if they weren't even prepping for a coating? Like, this is a really kind of non-invasive way to accomplish some real things.
Right, you're getting great gloss on your vehicle. So if you're using a wax, a sealant, this is a way to make your wax or sealant last longer. The other way of using AP is you have a ceramic coated vehicle. It's getting a little dull over time. It has a little bit of oxidation on the surface. This is one way to get it off without damaging your coating. So there we have it, Nick. An in-depth study on how to prep a car for ceramic coating without polishing, or how to revive a ceramic coating that's been abused a little bit.
That was easy. That was rewarding. I'm really excited to see what happens next. Ivan, what does happen next?
What happens next is applying ceramic coating, and this vehicle is going to get our 5.3 stack. So you might want to see that video, but in the meantime, there's another video right there.